My car wouldn't start, making sounds I'd never heard. Frustrated, I missed my flight. 2 hours later, my coworker called sobbing. Everyone on board is dead. I asked, how? She whispered, the plane just... The grinding sound my Toyota made at 5:43 that morning wasn't normal. I'd owned the car for 6 years. Knew every rattle, every squeak, every quirk of its aging engine. This was different. A metallic shrieking followed by 3 sharp clicks. Then nothing. Just dashboard lights glowing weakly. I sat in my garage turning the key over and over. I checked my phone. Flight 2819 to Chicago departed at 8:15 from SeaTac. I had exactly 2 hours and 32 minutes. Get to the airport, through security, to my gate. Normally plenty of time. But my car was dead. I lived 45 minutes from the airport. I called an Uber. Estimated wait time was 18 minutes. Then I called my neighbor David. No answer. Called AAA. 40-minute wait for roadside assistance. I did the math in my head. My chest tightened. I wasn't going to make it. I grabbed my laptop bag and rolling suitcase. Dragged them to the curb to wait. The Uber finally arrived at 6:07. I-5 was already backed up. Overturned semi-near Tacoma. The driver apologized 3 times. Not his fault. We sat in traffic, barely moving. I watched the clock on my phone tick forward. 6:24, 6:39, 6:52. By the time we got to the airport, it was 7:48. I had 27 minutes to get through security. To a gate that was probably a 15-minute walk from checkpoint. I ran anyway, pulling my suitcase behind me, laptop bag bouncing against my hip. Made it to the TSA line at 7:54. Maybe 30 people ahead of me. I asked if I could cut through. My flight was boarding. The agent said everyone's flight was boarding. I stood there sweating in my business casual clothes. Line crawled forward. At 8:11, I was still 4 people away from the metal detector. I pulled up the airline app, watched the gate status change from boarding to departed at exactly 8:15. I'd missed it. Missed the flight to the biggest client presentation of my career. I'd been working as a senior structural engineer at Prescott and Lane for 8 years. This project landed on my desk. Midwest Regional Airport needed a complete overhaul. Terminal C infrastructure, $200 million contract. My boss Catherine picked me to lead the team. The kind of project that could make a career, get you promoted to partner. I'd spent 4 months preparing the presentation, coordinating with contractors, running stress tests and load simulations. The Airport Authority Board was meeting today at 2 p.m. I was supposed to be there with printed proposals, 3D renderings, the whole pitch. Now I was standing in an airport security line, watching my flight take off without me. I texted Catherine, car trouble, missed the flight. Can we reschedule? She responded immediately. Reschedule a board meeting with 12 people, try to get on the next flight. I checked the airline app. Next direct flight to Chicago was at 11:45 a.m. I could make the presentation if I took that one. Barely. I rebooked, paid the $200 change fee, went to find coffee, sat at a table near my new gate, tried to calm down, tried to convince myself this wasn't a disaster, just a setback. Everything would be fine. My phone rang at 9:52. Caller ID showed Melissa Ortiz, one of my junior engineers. She was supposed to meet me in Chicago. She was crying so hard I could barely understand her. Melissa, slow down. What happened? My voice steady even though my hands started shaking. The plane, she choked out between sobs. Flight 2819. It's gone. The coffee cup slipped from my hand, hit the floor, splashing hot liquid across my shoes. People at nearby tables turned to look. I stood up fast enough that my chair scraped loudly. What are you talking about? What plane? But I already knew. Your flight, the one you were supposed to be on. Full story is linked below or on my channel.